Oh yeah, it's my favorite time of the day. And I don't just mean cube drafting, I mean it's Tolarian Academy time. Well, granted I had Tolarian Academy in yesterday's video, and that was a good one. Uh, Getting to pick one, pack one it, lets you go a whole different direction. And we're going to go big today. First pick, Tolarian Academy, passing to Vash, who's probably going to take Mana Leak, Lightning Bolt, potentially Solitude. I don't think I'm going to get too much back. Maybe Time Warp or Jar. I'm not going to get Consult the Star Charts back. Maybe Talisman, who knows. So I passed 3 good Jeskai cards, and that's about it. All right. Well, we'll start with Academy, and then, I think you know what I'm going to take here. Let's see if the cube aficionados can agree. I'm going to take Spell Pierce. I think Spell Pierce is incredible. It's 1 mana. A 1 mana spell that frequently counters a 2, 3, 4, sometimes even greater cost spell. I mean, I do like a Pyroblast. I love Ballista. It does wheel sometimes, and this pack's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, all it takes is, some more black drafters, but I'm going to take Spell Pierce here. I think that one's not too hard. And then he finally can take Mox Opal and have it be defensible. I think it's defensible when I take it, because I took it, but in this case, I think it is good to take Mox Opal. I first picked Academy. Passing a key. This time, is Sandy in this draft? He's not. I am on a team with Quinniac and Proud Homunculus. Fun fact, those are the 2 teammates I've won the most drafts with. I think I'm like 601 with Quinniac and 501 with Proud Homunculus, so big stakes this draft. Let's not lose it. Mess up our record. Do I get PO back here? Yeah, I think so. No, I'm not going to get key back, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's not even counting Mentor or Sunset Saboteur, I don't think. Yeah, I think there's a pretty good chance I'll get PO back. And then here, so this is actually kind of interesting because there's Chrome Mox and Ether Spellbomb. There's also Jace, but I'd rather take cheap artifacts to start. And I'm not going to take lands. The Academy decks, I don't feel like can usually spend too many picks on lands. The problem with Chrome Mox is that you don't always have something to imprint in a very heavy artifact deck. So I kind of just want to take Spellbomb. I really like Ether Spellbomb, and it gives me, I feel like it gives you a lot of really good interaction. And then, oh man, I gotta take Workshop now. I like Bobble, but starting with Academy plus Workshop, it's just such a big game. I can take all the artifacts, the big ones, the little ones, the Coalition Relic ones, slamming that one, and passing a Chain Lightning, an Oculus, a Chandra, and a Plateau. So some good red-white stuff for sure. But this is the dream start. I mean, look at this. Academy, Workshop, Mox Opal in the first 6 picks. And the other 3 cards aren't bad either. All right, now I just need Grim Monoliths and Relic of Sauron and eventually like an Upheaval or a Time Spiral or something big. But this is my happy place. We are doing it. You know, I mentioned yesterday that at some point I'm going to be taking, trying to take some of the cards people always want me to take, but I never do, like Umezawa's GT or whatever, but that's not today. Today we open Academy. And I'll probably take Saheeli now. Saheeli's really good with Academy, good with cheap stuff. And I'm going to be turbo artifacts here. There's Zerda, but I don't think I need to take that. I don't have any things that work with it. And once again, not taking those lands. I don't think the lands are really where I want to be. Okay, so I got some 0s, some 1s, and some 3s. But there's time to pick up more. There is. And here I could take Colonnade, or I could just take Consider. I'll just take Consider. I don't know that I'm going to play white. Obviously, if I get balance, Colonnade is really nice. But Consider is nice with Saheeli. It's just a nice way to make your deck a little more consistent, especially in a deck that presumably has extra mana lying around often. So spending a mana isn't a big cost. And here, basically, do I want to cut Outland Liberator or Heritage Reclamation? I think the Liberator is actually more annoying, so I think I'll take that. Just take one of those. And then Steam Vents and Thalia and Pyrokinesis came back. I guess I'll take the Steam Vents now, but wow, Ballista really didn't make it back, huh? I'm just shocked that Pyrokinesis and Thalia and Caustic Bronco are all still there. Not to mention the Steam Vents. I thought for sure that would have gone. Well, the PO did make it back, so I will take that. I think that we're not there yet, but we have a good chance of getting there. And then here, I'll take Gemstone Mine. I think, well, I could take Imperial Seal. Not so much that I would play Imperial Seal, but it's the best card in this pack, and I don't think a Gemstone Mine is that big of a deal. All right, here. So I can either, the Season Pyro I think is the best card. Sin is good with some of the like flash type stuff, but I guess I'd rather just take the card that's a little more consistently better. Okay, so I got a free steam vents though. Obviously I would have preferred a ballista there. And then here, I guess I'll take dig and... Am I gonna play dig? I'll just hate the hierarch, I think. I did pass a late Llanowar Elves, a lot of other green. And then here, oh man, Balance, Grim, and Mox Diamond. I think I gotta take Grim. And the reason is I have PO. PO is really good if you get it to work. And Grim's awesome with Workshop. Let's do that. It's a shame. Not going to take Mox Diamond. It'd really be between Balance and Grim, but I want to take Grim. There's also a counterspell, I suppose, but that's less what I'm interested in. And then here, I think I just take Hull Breacher here. First of all, my deck was having a very hard time against it. I don't really need Delta. Planisphere would be good. I would play it, but I don't really want to die to Hull Breacher. And I'm already on the market for draw 7s at this point, so... I do like a Brain Freeze, but I'm going to take Sensei's Top. Sensei's Top is just so good in these decks. And Tezzeret is nice, but I don't have the Time Vault. That's the main reason to want Tezzeret. And Top with PO, with Saheeli, with Academy and Opal is just so good. Passing a Brain Freeze as well here. And let's see. All right, this pack is a bit of a brick. I guess what I could do is I could take Galvanic Discharge because I have this Steam Vents. I might want Wheel of Fortune in my deck anyway. Or I just take Fresh Start, though. I guess that's comparable removal. I don't really want Suspicious Stowaway. I don't care about the rest of these things. All right, let's just take the Fresh Start so we can stay heavier into blue. And then here, I'll take a Talisman. I don't mind picking up some of those. I mean, Third Path isn't bad, and I do have the Steam Vents, but I already have a Saheeli as a token maker, and I really want Talisman for Workshop, PO, all that sort of thing. Not really like my dream 5th pick or anything, but I think that's fine. Also, Fresh Start with Paradoxical Outcome. It's not so bad. You get to put it on their thing and then bounce it, draw a card, replay it on something else if you want. There's a Xander's Lounge there too, but I try not to draft lands if I can in Academy decks. I just think you're well, besides obviously Academy and Workshop, I just think that your picks are better used on other things. Oh, now there's Coveted Jewel and Manifold Key. I'm going to take the Key. I do like Jewel a lot. But Key with Grim, Coalition Relic, Sensei's Top, and it's a cheaper artifact. Jewel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could Wheel also. Plus, I love having Time Vault outs. I've had Time Vault twice in the last 2 days, so I do like that. But I just think the cheap artifacts are at a premium, because now, like, Mightstone and Weakstone, I think, is pretty comparable to Coveted Jewel. And you do run into the problem of playing Jewel against... creatures where sometimes you can't really cast it. Though obviously it is painful to pass it. Let's see. I have real outs. It needs Natural Order and Birds and Nurturing Peatland to be taken, but that is possible. Well, I guess actually one of those can be left, right? Yeah, so maybe someone leaves like the Natural Order or the Birds or the Peatland, and it takes all the rest of the cards, because I think Night's Whisper, Teferi, Blood Crypt, Beyond Binding Jace are all fairly likely to go, if I had to guess. And then here, Time Twister, 7th pick for my Hull Breacher and my Academy deck. Well, I'm glad I took Key over Coveted Jewel. I think Key is a better mana source, and Time Twister is really nice with it. Passing Salvagers and Oracle as well, but slamming that Time Twister. And then here, there's Pentad Prism, Karn, Frantic Search, Portal, Emrakul, I guess. What do I take here? I could take... Karn is decent. It's not an artifact. It's the only big downside. Pentad Prism is kind of nice, and I do have like Steam Vents and Opal and Talisman to help cast it. But Frantic Search is also really good with Academy. The only problem with Frantic Search is things have to be kind of going well for it to be good. I think I would rather just take Karn here. It's close though. And then now I'll take Mindstone over GTA. Mindstone's great. And nothing came back here that I care about. I don't want to hate Giver. I kind of think I hate Kefka as the most likely card that the person passed to me. Next pack is going to play Nathan here. And then Brain Freeze and Tezzeret came back. I mean, this seems like a spot for Tezzeret. It's got some things it can do. I mean, Brain Freeze with Paradoxical Outcome is pretty nice. No, I'll take the Tezzeret. I feel like I want to give it a try. I wouldn't be surprised if Brain Freeze was a better pick there, but I'll take the Tez. We haven't seen Breach or LED. I'm obviously going to be tilted if I see all those. But Tez untapping Monolith or going to get Opal or Manifold Key is not nothing. I'm going to hate the Leovold. I really just don't want to play against that card. And then here, I don't think I'm going to play Urborg. Yeah, I guess Manamorphose is a possibility. Oh, Coveted Jewel came back. Nice. Then they're in the natural order. Okay, that's great. Okay, we are in really good shape here. So going into the last pack, obviously we take basically any cheap or free artifacts. Like Mana Vault would be one of the best cards I can imagine. Oh, well, LED is going to be good for me either way, I guess. And we open nothing. That's a bummer. I mean, I'll probably just take Feywild Caretaker. It's a good card, and I can turbo it out, and I don't really want to pass it. But a bit of a bummer of a pack, I would say. I was just hoping for a Mox, Mana Vault, Soul Ring type thing. Obviously, power is good, but even Mana Vault, you know, that's not power. You can ask for that. All right, I'll take Feywild over Jace, Thopter Foundry, and Oko. That's all right. And then here, okay, no artifacts or blue cards. That's impressive. What am I supposed to take here? I didn't wheel the third path, so it's not like even I have many outs to blue-red. Balance is gone, so I don't think I need white mana. This is a beating. Okay. Oliphant does get the Steam Vents, so I guess it would provide me a little bit of an out for that. Or I just take Raugrin Triumph. I don't think I'm going to play Flame Slash. Let's just take the Triumph, I guess. I don't know. All right, well, at least now there's an Upheaval. This is a good Upheaval deck. Getting 0 artifacts so far has been such a beating, though. Like, what is going on? Okay, well, at least now there's a Might Stone and Weak Stone that will be good in this deck, but I need some cheap artifacts. Like, I've got some, but more would really be nice. All right, Miscalc is also good. I don't like that there's a Wasteland floating around because it's good against me, but I do like Miscalc. 5 picks into pack 3, and I've taken 1 artifact so far. Ugh. Well, that is just how the packs roll, I guess. I mean, Candelabra would obviously be really nice. Any cheap artifact would be awesome. How is this happening? Okay. Do I want a Storm Chaser's talent? 1 mana, make a prowess creature. You pay 4, return. It's pretty good with PO. All right, I'll try that. I don't think I want to splash a Braid. I can't believe I'm literally taking 0 artifacts though. Like, this is kind of a beat. I mean, I've got 2 more packs, so if I get 2 more packs and I get 2 artifacts out of those packs, and then I can't even really wheel any. Okay. Well, let's just hope these 2 more packs at least have some okay artifacts, because I don't really know. No, but Narset is good. I mean, this is a Narset Twister deck, sure. All right, I'll take a Narset then. All right, can I get 1 artifact here? I could, technically. I could take a Cogwork. All right, I guess I'll take Preordain. Wow. What a pack. How did that happen? I'm still, like, my mind is kind of blown. I guess that's just how the packs were, but, like, okay. I kind of think I want to cut Karn now. Man, this deck was like a Mana Vault away from being incredible. I think it's still pretty good, but a disappointing pack 3 is kind of a beating. I was hoping to get like 3 artifacts in this pack. I don't even need to get like 6, but I got 1. Right now this is 15 lands, so I need to cut like a card or 2. And yeah, I kind of want to. Maybe I just cut the Storm Chaser's talent. Raugrin Triumph's not doing much for me. Neither is Steam Vents. I mean, I guess I'll take Mystical Tutor, sure. Cut the Karn. I mean, this is more of a Twister deck now that I have Narset and Hullbreacher and Twister and Mystical. So, like, that part is nice. Like, I did get that. I just really, really needed, like, a little bit more in the way of artifacts. Because right now I have 4, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus Saheeli and Tezzeret, which is just not as many as I would like. I think if no one took the Nadu before, I feel like just taking the Spirit Guide is probably the best. All right, Palantir is something, I suppose. I'll keep Saheeli. I might have to cut the Tezzeret. I just did not get enough cheap artifacts. The Brain Freeze also wouldn't have done much for me, so I'm not too worried, but I'm not playing any of these cards. I think that the Vinestalk is more likely to be played here. So right now this is 16 lands. All right. I mean, this deck is still good. I'm not unhappy with the deck. I'm just disappointed that pack 3 I couldn't get anything. Otawara is actually really nice. That's a little bit of interaction in a free slot. And then sure, I think I'd rather hate the Knight of Autumn than the Sowing Mycospawn. I guess it's kind of close. All right, let's go build. All right, well, I think this deck is pretty great still. Just imagine with one more like mana generating artifact, especially one of the busted ones, it would be incredible. Or just like if I could cut one or two, like my Storm Chaser's Talent's the last card. I think I'm only going to play 15 lands actually because I'm monocolor. I just don't have an issue with that. And I have Consider and Preordain in top. So that part seems fine. But yeah, that was a weird pack 3, you know? There's also a Tezzeret Cruel Captain I could play, but I've got a lot of 3s already. I feel like it's my weakest one, so let's do that. I don't even think, is there a reason I would even side in another color? Not really. So, all right, here we go. Mono blue, let's cook here. Though actually, I think I should play Karn. I was just looking like, I think the way I'm going to win most of my games is like Hull Breacher Twister or Narset Twister and into like a big Upheaval. But an actual way to win the game would be nice, and Karn does do that. Maybe, I mean, is Storm Chaser's Talent something I should cut? I could cut Saheeli, but it's pretty good at copying like the big mana producers and making a bunch of tokens. Maybe I do cut the Storm Chaser's Talent. It's kind of nice using this to get back Twister or not really Upheaval so much. So I guess that's kind of a loop, or PO. And I think I like the Palantir. I've gotten a lot of expensive cards, and it's good with Workshop. All right, let's cut Storm Chaser's Talent, I suppose. And I think I'd rather keep Fresh Start. All right, let's do it. All right, my teammates, Proud Homunculus has basically Mardu, Splash Alpha, Deathclaw, some free lands, Ragavan, Ocelot Pride, Thalia, Bombardiers, Fury, Solitude. Yeah, this looks like a pretty nice deck. Quinn's got the power. Soul Ring and Emerald and Mox Diamond for another red-white deck with One Ring, Palace Dealer, Sarah Paragon, bunch of good 2s. Zerta? What are you doing with that Zerta there? I guess we're just playing a Zerta is what we're doing. All right, fair enough. And we've got Rianne here on Ruby, just kind of 5-color, domain, tons of lands. Wow. Misty and Delta and Prismatic Vista, and then tons of duels and Mana Confluence for like Fire Covenant, Oko, Minsk and Boo, Pyrogoy, Fractured Identity. Yeah, this looks nice too. Okay. Well, we'll see how this goes. I'm a little bummed that I didn't get just one more good artifact, basically, but I think my deck's still pretty viable, so let's see how it plays out. All right, on the draw here. Well, this is why I felt comfortable playing 15 lands. I've got Consider and Preordain as ways to find land number 2, and then I go Mindstone into top, and so on and so forth. All right. Island, I think I will just Preordain, though. Oh. Put these both on top, I think. So, we'll see what they do on turn 2 here. The Fire Goth. And I can decide if I want to keep up Miscalc or do something. Pentad Prison for 2. Oh, I kind of want to keep up Miscalc, but no, I should just get all my stuff down, I think, is what I should do. And just play key and pass the turn here. And next turn I can have Miscalc up, and hopefully if they play something, I can fresh start it. If, like a big Planeswalker here would be annoying, like a 4th Eorlingus or something, but oh, okay. So Warping in Pinnacle Emissary and making a token. Well, Miscalc wouldn't have done much here. They have another one. And what's this? And Ballista. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That actually isn't so bad. And leaving up Miscalc wouldn't have really done that much. So I think upkeep I will top. Any academies? Oh, that's an academy. So let's see. I want to draw Academy, and then I could tap, untap top, draw top and relic. Okay, so let's put Spell Pierce, Academy back here, draw. Tap this for 4, tap this to draw. In response, untap it. Draw again, draw relic, redraw top, play relic, play top. And I have Miscalc and Fresh Startup and Consider. My top card's also Spell Pierce if I need it. So basically here, let's see, what do you show? Consider. Great, that's the best one to show. I've got to find Upheaval or Paradoxical Outcome or Coveted Jewel. Well, the Coveted Jewel has some element of risk given those tokens over there. But I'm not even taking that much damage here. All right. Take my 3, and I have top Manifold Key goes pretty hard here. Okay, Pinnacle Emissary is fine. Into Magda. Do I want to miscalc the Magda? I could fresh start the Pinnacle Emissary. I think I will miscalc the Magda because I feel like Magda is basically gonna make blank the miscalc anyways. And I could just charge the Relic or spin top. I guess I could charge the Relic. I don't mind drawing Spell Pierce here. And then I'll spin top here. Well, let's add a blue. Let's see, let's spin the top. Time Twister, okay. So let's go, I think I'll just cast Time Twister to start with. So let's go land. What I could do like this. Let's see. I'm at 17. I could wait a turn either way. So let's go draw. This for blue. Untap the top. Draw Time Twister, redraw top. Consider binning the island, drawing an island, but I haven't played a land yet either. Play top. Basically what I'm trying to do is see if I can find Hull Breacher or Narset, because then this Time Twister is just incredible. No, I did draw some of those things. Okay. Let's see. Land. I could Twister here. I kind of want to just go fresh start on the Pinnacle Emissary, pass the turn, and then next turn Twister with like a ton of mana. I'll just draw Ether Spellbomb. I won't draw the Chromatic, the Coveted Jewel rather. I think playing that is probably not a good idea. Spell, hopefully. Oh, Occult Epiphany. And I got to Spell Pierce it. That works out really nicely. All right, I'll take... And then they play the land after, but that's actually what you would needed to do to play Occult Epiphany, because it wouldn't have been right for them to play a land first. All right, so let's go spin top. I think just draw Ether Spellbomb. Charge Relic. I guess it's probably worth looking... Well, let's see. Is there any chance I just cast Coveted Jewel first? It adds a lot of mana with Manifold Key. The problem is me losing the Coveted Jewel is horrible. Let's spin the top. I think it's worth looking once to see if I hit anything. All right, you know, I don't have anything there. Let's play the Spell Bomb. Let's tap the Academy, and let's just cast Time Twister. Ooh, is their last card a counter? Or are they just... It looks like it's something. No. Okay, there's Upheaval. That's what I want to do. So I'm going to go Grim. Tap this for mana. Untap Grim. And I haven't played a land yet, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Upheaval. And then I can miscalculate if there's a counter, assuming it's not a free counter. And Upheaval from here is just game. I'm going to get to replay everything. So I'm going to float mana. If they're floating mana, then I'm feeling like we're not going to lose this game. I get to go Monolith, Opal, Mindstone, Manifold. I literally can play every card. All right. Yeah, let's have it happen. Let's go Opal. They didn't even float mana. Yeah, nice. Key. Definitely not going to need to use the top here. Tap this for more. Coalition Relic. Mindstone. Ether Spellbomb. Academy. Tap it for 7 mana. Top. I know I'm not even being the most efficient here. Preordain. Bottom. I'll keep Narset on top, sure. And Narset. And past the turn, I don't even need to use the Narset right now. Bottom, top. Not too worried either way. And they go to 9. And I guess they could play... If they had some power that I twisted them into, maybe something, but they currently have 16 cards in their hand, and none of them do it. None of them that we can see do a ton. All right, Island. Warp the Pinnacle Emissary. I think I'll just miscalc it. I know they're going to play a 0, like a couple zeros or something is probably the idea. Oh, Days. All right, you got me. Well, Days is good to know. I don't think if they have 2 zeros, it's pretty good. Oh, they have 1. All right. They could have cashed in Ballista for played it for 0 to get a 1/1, but obviously that wouldn't have been fantastic either. And now they have to discard 6 cards. It is nice playing just like a classic Academy deck. Like this deck's fun. I haven't had a deck like this in quite some time, so I am enjoying it. And next turn, I'll probably use Narset. Oh, maybe the Storm Chasers is nice. Getting back Time Twister or Upheaval, that could be something. Eventually getting the Storm Chasers talent to level 3 and churning out an army of otters, that's not that bad either. All right, they discarded a bunch of lands and an Ancestral Recall. Yeah, and Ancestral is not looking great against Narset and also just in general here. All right. I mean, I guess I have so much mana. Let's tap the Academy. Spin top. Okay, I'll Narset to find the Saheeli, I guess. And play Saheeli. Spin top again. Oh, there's a PO. Okay, nice. So let's just draw with top. Play a land. Untap the Grim Monolith. And let's say Aether Spellbomb becomes a Grim Monolith. Tap this for mana and then PO. And not the Saheeli, I guess. Though maybe I could have even also done Saheeli. So I'm going to draw 7 cards, go to 10 cards in deck, and then make 1,000,000 tokens here. And I don't think I need to show the whole Breacher, which is nice. All right, up a game here. Okay, Jeskai mid. Do I want Storm Chaser's talent? I don't really see a particular reason to. I think we'll just go as is for now. Okay, well, this is the kind of hand where I think I do mulligan. He is a 1-lander. And then here, all right, I'll run this. I'll keep this. And I think I put Mightstone. Maybe I put Palantir back. I think I'll do Mightstone. I have a lot of 3s, but the 5 isn't much better. Workshop would be a nice draw. Little War is not nothing, but not exciting. I don't think I'm going to do well with this hand. If I draw Fresh Start, maybe. All slow cards. Part of my concern with keeping or bidding Palantir is I think I did want to play Palantir on turn 3. Because if I just played a Narset, I feel like it's just going to get attacked and killed in a lot of cases. I guess this doesn't necessarily kill it. Let's see. They're doing something here. Yeah, okay, never mind. The Narset would die if I played it. So, all right, that would have been... Oh, that's not... I meant to play Palantir. All right, well, let's Narset then. Pick up and consider. I don't think either one's going to save me here. That was a straight up misclick. It's going to save me a little bit of damage, I guess. Oh, cute. They're going to put counters on the Ballista. Yeah, that hits pretty hard. I'm super dead here. Yeah, it didn't matter at all what I played here. Narset's going to get attacked. And then now, I guess, go Odawara. I could Karn make a token. I kind of feel like that doesn't do much. I think I'm going to go Mind Stone and just play Palantir. I'm taking 8 down to 10 next turn. I'm just trying to set it up so that maybe I can find Academy and do something. Hull Breacher. The problem with Hull Breacher Twister is that Ballista. So I think I have to put these both on the bottom. It's a shame because Grim would have been nice. Let's see here. They play 2 spells. To put 2 counters on that, I'm taking 10. Oh, they're pumping it. All right. I think we just Time Twister and kind of hope for the best here. I hope I get a really busted hand. I did not. All right. Well, that was a beating. Yeah, they kind of just beat me down there. I had a really slow draw. I didn't have any of like these cheap cards, unfortunately, or a miscalc or a fresh start. So hope this game goes a little better, I suppose. All right, I'm on the play. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. I could play turn 1 Monolith, but I can't play Mightstone, so I think I'm just going to go turn 1 Palantir. And then turn 2, I can go Workshop, Monolith, Mightstone, and Ether Spellbomb. All right. Nice. This is why we put Mishra's Workshop in our deck. Woohoo. Look at this. I even have the Spellbomb to cover my bases against creatures. And a Preordain, so it's not like I'm going to run out of things to do, I don't think. All right. Palantir. Let's get this going. Ooh. I think I'm actually going to go top. Going to mill that island. I'm going to draw a Coveted Jewel. The one turn you get to kind of tutor with Palantir. You can put the card you want second. Strip Mine? And I put Coveted Jewel on top? Are you kidding me? All right. I can't leave Mindstone on top because I'm going to Palantir it. So bottom, top. All right. I mean, this is still going okay, but oh yeah, if they have a play here, it starts to get kind of annoying. All right, they did not. All right, then let's go get this Grim Monolith into play. Pass the turn. Bottom, top. Okay, well, they're at 3 now, so I have the door. They just kept pressing no on Palantir. I actually was really hoping they wouldn't let me draw there because I'd rather deal 6 than have an Upheaval, and I got an additional 6 out of the other 2 cards. So now my win condition could just be cast Hull Breacher and then Ether Spellbomb your blocker or something like that. Maybe a little harder against Sage of the Skies, I guess. All right, so let's go draw. Mightstone and Weakstone. Just going to kill that Sage of the Skies. Play Spellbomb. Pass the turn. I feel like I'm drawing enough cards here. Bottom, top. You just can't give me that. They have to let me draw Academy here. Which is funny because I don't know if they would have survived or not. I just felt like I would rather get a creature off the board than draw 2 cards, and I left the token so I can Spellbomb it. Okay, so here, play Coveted Jewel, but then I run into the problem, though I guess I could Hull Breacher to block that thing. 4, 5, 6. All right, I'm going to go with the Coveted Jewel here. Obviously, this has some risk to it. Draw 3. Manifold Key, huh? Consider, oh, yeah, all right. Feywild, so I can go Key. Untap that. And I think I go Feywild here. And it makes a flying blocker. Gets an island. End of turn. Choose you. Bottom. if they have a way to kill and take the coveted jewel and take the initiative, that's something. But I feel like I have now enough stuff next turn that I'll be totally fine. Also, Manifold Key making something unblockable is nice. All right, so they're going to get to take the initiative and the coveted jewel. And let's see how this goes. Because Manifold Key making the Feywild Caretaker unblockable is pretty nice. I have a Hull Breacher. The Upheaval is gone, so is the Time Twister, unfortunately. But I feel like I have some other gas left in the deck. Let's see. Karn. Fresh Start. Yeah, I guess I don't have as much like actual things that do things. Like I definitely could lose this game still. It'll really depend on what their plays are here. The problem is playing Hull Breacher also wouldn't have done the trick, so... Let's see. Magda? Sure. That doesn't really do anything. Okay. Oh, and Odawara. Odawara is really nice. All right, so let's go Island. Hold on. Attack here. Okay. Attack with Feywild. Make it unblockable. Nice. All right. Now I feel like I'm in the driver's seat once more. And I guess I'll Forge because I want Trap to be the next one. Forge onto there. And now I just need to make sure I don't lose to something dumb. All right, so I have a lot of mana. This taps for 7. So I can maybe just keep that up to cast Hull Breacher Odawara. And I can cast Karn here, make a token, of course, and still have Ether Spellbomb up. All right, this should probably be enough, is my guess. Actually, what I could have done if I wanted to was bounce the Caretaker and try to replay it to take the initiative one step further, but I don't think I need to do that, given the circumstances. Never mind. I just got brain freezed out. Well, kind of. 2 cards. Take the initiative. Bottom. So I don't actually die here. I go to 1 card off the Palantir. Oh no, he could mill me and just take 4 damage and hope to not take 4 damage. What a crazy game. I'm actually going to lose if my opponent clicks take the damage. He's got to hope that I have 7 lands left. He did the thing. Wow. Wait, no, I'm going to win on upkeep with Forge. Unless he takes the initiative. Okay. Yeah. Fine by me. What a crazy game. Okay. Yeah, all right. Bounce Sage of the Skies. I've got 2 blockers. What is this? Bounce. Okay, so in response, Hull Breacher. Odawara that. Block. Oh my god. What is this? Ancestral me? At their last mana? This is incredible. This is really something. All right. Whew. I lost that match. That was crazy. I didn't really anticipate the brain freeze. I thought, oh man. I guess at that point, there was nothing else. Wow, what a crazy match. All right, 0-1. Oh my god, brain freeze into Ancestral, and I thought I had just exactly enough. All right, well, I'm going to keep this hand. This hand has turn 3 Might Stone and Weak Stone, which that's not like incredible, but with Mishra's Workshop is pretty good. And then when I have those two and I've drawn a bunch of cards, hopefully more artifacts come. I guess I would have won if I just bounced and replayed my Feywild Caretaker, but it felt like against counterspells that wasn't a very good idea, so I don't think I would do that in the future, especially since the Brain Freeze win with Ancestral was like, how do you predict that, right? All right, I'm not going to Mystical for a cantrip here, though I kind of wish I did because I drew another island. All right, well, you know, sometimes you lose that kind of game. It is what it is. Okay. Discarding a big creature, sure. Now I think I'm just going to pass here with a Hull Breacher up and see if an animate happens. Oh, this is what we're doing? Okay. Let's go Workshop Grim Monolith here. And I still don't really want to do anything else. I think what I'm going to do is Mystical. Okay. Well, I was going to Mystical for Time Twister. I guess I'll still just do it. Let's get Time Twister. Oh, that wasn't even really the most efficient way to do that. Hull Breacher. And boom, up a game. All right, playing against Reanimator. Do I want Storm Chaser's talent over something? Still probably not. All right, I'm ready to roll. And then here, I think I can mulligan this. This hand's a little slow. All right, this hand is, I think, better. I mean, turn 3 Hull Breacher on the draw as the only play just doesn't sound great to me. Preordain? All right, let's do that. Bottom. I'm going to bottom Feywild. I mean, Feywild's fine, but once again, I'm just looking for more. Oh, okay, there we go. So now I can go Workshop, Mind Stone, Talisman, Manifold Key. And next turn I can play Karn. The key isn't actually doing anything particularly special. No, I'll be happy if I go 2-1 still with this deck, but that first match, I mean, that was just a crazy game. We take those. Win or lose, that was a wild one. Frantic Search. Okay. Well, feels like Larry kept 2 no swamp hands. This time drew a swamp on 3. Let's see if Frantic Search reveals a big reanimate card. Because that would be unfortunate if he's like animating a Gristlebrand here or something. I'm definitely going to lose. I don't feel bad about the Feywild. I couldn't have played it next turn. I mean, I can still play the Karn here. I could also potentially Karn and start +1ing it, depending on what happens here. Well, there goes the Gristlebrand. And I feel like it's kind of a tell. Like I would have, if I had Spell Pierce, I would have used it, so. The turn 3 Hull Breacher would not have been good enough. All right. Yeah, I guess I hope to just draw like a Time Twister or something. I go to 13 here and probably drawing another 7. Seems like there's not really a reason not to. I don't know how much stuff. Probably can't do too much more this turn, but setting something up for next turn. All right, well, my opponent just drew 14 cards, so that's nice. Yeah, Time Twister is clearly my best draw because that at least puts us back to like an even playing field. Like Upheaval doesn't do it. Miscalculation isn't really going to do much, so it's possible that Hull Breacher does something, but I don't think so at this point in the game. All right, well, discarded. Tidebinder, concealing. All right. I mean, Opal was at least a nice draw. Just, you know, not actually going to do the trick. Oops. I don't know. I tapped Mishra's Workshop. Karn. +1 Karn. Revealing Narset Upheaval. All right. I mean, my opponent drew 14 cards. If I don't lose next turn, I don't really know what's going on with their deck. And then we're on to game 3. Okay, picked up a Narset, play an island, pass the turn. Go nuts. I have no defenses, no counters, no creatures. Let's see, what are we going to do here? Animate a Woodfall Primus, maybe? Duress me first. Oh, Ritual, sure. 6 mana. Shieldred, okay. I mean, I guess an Exhume. So what are you getting, like a Woodfall Primus? Okay. Blowing up my Karn so I can't get Upheaval anymore, sure. Vamping. Okay. So like a cantrip or a probe or something? Oh, Time Walk. All right, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. Going to game 3. Yeah, I like Fresh Start well enough still. So I'll keep it in. All right, I'm on the play. What do we got? We got a mulligan. All right, I'll keep this. I have to put back... I can't put back an island, I don't think. I don't really want to put back Academy. I think I put back Mightstone and Weakstone. It's unfortunate because I'm sure I'm just going to draw like another land and wish I had just kept it. But the problem is it's either that or put back Academy. And I think I'd rather just do this because now I can go... Please don't hit Gristlebrand. Okay, well, kept a card on top, which obviously isn't ideal either. Jeez, okay. Let's see, island here. Oh, Hole Breacher. Well, Hole Breacher is not bad. We're not there yet, but let's do this. Let's just pass the turn. Okay, don't turn to me, because if I get to untap, I feel like I can either slam Feywild or just have Hole Breacher up, and they're both pretty good. Let's see what you got. Flash, okay. Woodfall Primus, sure. Gonna blow up Coalition Relic and Island, I guess. All right. This is gonna be tough. If Larry has more, then it's gonna be bad. All right. I needed... Oh, kills Grim Monolith. That's, I don't think, a very good play, but all right. I mean, I guess it plays around Manifold Key. But, all right, so Island is a pretty good draw here. I guess I'll play the Otawara still, even though bouncing the Woodfall would have been nice. I just don't have the ability to do that. All right, now I just hope Larry casts Frantic Search or something along those lines. Kitesail Freebooter, sure. Doesn't do anything. Well, I mean, this game's not over. If I draw... Well, what is this? Shieldred? Okay. Yeah. Oh, man. Turn 2 Flash, turn 3 Freebooter Shieldred, huh? All right. I was going to say, if I draw Time Twister, it's actually kind of interesting. I guess I die still then, so maybe not. All right, well, if I draw a land and I can play Feywild, does that do anything? No, because Shieldred's just too good. Yeah, this is how you O2 with this Academy deck. That crazy game 3, and then this game was just... So I take 10 down to 3. All right, 0-2. All right, see if we can get one here. Oh, man, some brutal games. Yeah, I'll run this. Playing against Mardu aggro here. They have a Bowmasters. That's the card I'm least happy about. But, you know, 4th Year Lingus, Chain Lightning, Dragon Raids Channeler. Just kind of normal creature stuff. This hand, turn 1, I think I just consider here. And then I can go turn 2 Talisman plus Spellbomb. I just don't really have a need to get Spellbomb and Key out right away. So I think I'd rather use my turn 1 on considering, because if I find Academy, Grim Monolith, any of those things, I can have an explosive hand. Oh, starting with a Gemstone Caverns? That's pretty strong. Okay, well, let's just go Island Go. I don't think there's any zeros I'll play here. I guess Bowmasters would be the concern, maybe. Robber of the Rich. Pretty good with Gemstone Caverns. Huh? Bin island, draw Karn. Get robbed here for Upheaval. Well, at least it's not something they can cast. Land, Talisman, Spellbomb. Still going to get robbed again. Turn 1 robber off Gemstone Covers. That's something. Well, you know, I like this deck a lot. I feel like I got a little bit... Oh, I didn't get robbed? Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, I also don't have anything to do here. I guess I'm just going to go Saheeli and pass the turn. Going to get Bowmastered end of turn, I suspect. I was hoping I would just play Karn this turn. Of course, when I binned the island, I didn't have the Karn, so it didn't make sense to keep it. All right, well, if Saheeli doesn't die... No, Saheeli's going to die to Bowmasters, yeah. Let's see. Duress my Karn, I guess. And then what? I guess I can go... let's see. If I draw a land, I can play a Narset and then Mystical for Time Twister. And Narset will technically survive here. I mean, assuming I don't get hit by like a Chain Lightning or something. All right, Saheeli down. Draw for turn. All right, land. Narset past the turn. Basically what I need to have happen here is I need my opponent to not only not kill Narset, but also to tap down so that I can bounce the Bowmasters. This is going to be a Rabblemaster. Oh, Flage. Yeah. Yeah, this has just been a rough draft. Okay, now attack Narset with just 2 power. Technically, they actually all have to attack Narset. Hold on, what's attacking? Narset, Narset, Narset. All right. I mean, I think I'm still going to run the Time Twister here. Let's see. Bounce that. Narset still dies. Keep Mystical. Can't even play my key, sadly. Time Twister. Without an Upheaval around, it's a little bit worse, I would say. Oh, actually, I was supposed to play the Opal because of Robber of the Rich. Usually don't want to against if you're not going to have a chance to use it, but probably going to get robbed though. So it's my top card. Because I don't know yet. Though even if I had 5 cards, it'd be pretty easy for them to rob me here if they wanted to. FOMO. Well, if they're tapping mana, the top card probably isn't something that they're going to want to cast this turn, is my guess. And I'm going to play a Feywild Caretaker. Discarded Ancient Tomb. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, even if I'd played Opal, I would have gotten robbed here. Let's see, what's getting robbed? Palantir, sure. Okay. Fresh start. I don't love it, but I think I'm supposed to just Feywild here, and now I will play the Opal as well. And play Opal just in case. I don't know. Pass the turn. Make a 1/1. And if my opponent doesn't have a way to kill Feywild Caretaker, then the attacks maybe aren't so bad for me. Once Upheaval gone, I'm pretty much done here. So it goes. Yeah, missing my 3rd land drop did me in. I didn't think I was supposed to keep a land at that time, but then drawing a 4 and then a 3, like drawing 2 expensive cards afterwards, really didn't work out great. Sure, I'll just take it. Could attack back and take the initiative, I guess. If I could then Upheaval, that could be something, but Upheaval being gone is going to make it a lot harder to win this game. I will say that. Time Twister's gone, so I can't Time Twister. And Hole Breacher. Narset minus. I was going to say, if I found Grim Monolith, maybe I could get something going here, but all right. And down 1. Spell Pierce doesn't actually seem great. It counters 4th Eorlingus and I guess Duress. Well, I think I'd rather have Storm Chaser's Talent and a fresh start that can maybe do something against Bowmasters. All right. Because this is where we're at. All right, on the play. Can I get something going here? Well, this looks like the start to a really good hand. Really, it all stems back to that pack 3 where I just, again, somehow shocked I didn't pick up artifacts. Not like anyone else is even drafting artifacts, So I guess the person passing me does have the warp, make an artifact thing, and some zeros in their deck. So there's that. But there's a lot of the cards that I would have wanted that they probably wouldn't have taken. Okay, Gemstone Caverns again. It's not what I want to see, but look. We're playing the kind of draft where, well, my opponent did a mulligan once, is where they always have Gemstone Caverns and so on and so forth. I definitely want the island. The question is, do I want fresh start as well? Yeah, I kind of think I do because Orcish Bowmasters is just such a beating against me. So I think it's worth it. Dragon's Rage Channeler, okay. Into Duress. Oh no, into Figure. Okay. Into Mox. They kept it on top. All right. Well, let's go Island, Talisman, Opal. Pass the turn. And next turn, if I draw a land, I can Narset Twister. And if I don't, we'll see. I guess I'm taking 3 here, and they kept a card on top. Oh man, is it the Bowmasters? Well, let's go Grim Monolith. Let's do a different play. Let's play Feywild here, because that also lets me hit a land drop. They can kill the fairy token with their Bowmasters, I guess, because I kind of assume that that's what's going on here. And then, Pyroblast? Oh, man. Wait, was this the right play? I actually don't think it was. I think they're supposed to let it resolve, then kill the Feywild. I don't get a token, and then they just take the initiative. Wow, they messed up really badly there. I obviously might still lose. Let's see. So they have 2 card types. Okay, still 2 card types. Now they can make it a 3rd with the bauble. And not quite there, so I take 5, but I can fresh start the Figure next turn. So really a land would be nice here. Let's see what I draw. That's a land. Okay. I mean, I could just Narset Twister here. I'm at 12. Yeah, I should just do that. Narset. Time Twister. And I guess I'll minus the Narset and pick up a Manifold Key here. And then cast, I guess I'll cast the key, sure. Casting Ether Spell doesn't really do much for me. All right, and then next turn I get to Upheaval here. They have no cards in hand because they drew off Bauble even. That's nice. They can hit me for 5. They probably kill Narset, hit me for 1 here. Maybe play something, and I don't even know if I need the Upheaval here. Next turn I think Paradoxical Outcome is going to kind of do the trick. And they're just hitting me down to 7, passing the turn. Okay, could definitely have Bowmasters. Let's minus Narset again. Oh, Saheeli. Yeah, so let's go Island, because I don't think I'm upheavaling here. Saheeli. Ether Spellbomb. Oh, is this pyroblasting? No. Okay. Saheeli turn Ether Spellbomb into Grim Monolith. Tap Monolith. Palantir, make another token. And then this taps for 8 mana. And so I have Odawara if I need to bounce the Bowmasters. Blue. Outcome. Boom, 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 boom. And I don't think I need to outcome the Palantir here. Okay. Okay, they didn't even have it. Nice. Just make a million Saheeli tokens here. Now I think we're going to be in great shape. Talisman. Key. I mean, I could tap Spellbomb too if I want. Untap Monolith. Monolith. Spellbomb. Feywild Caretaker. All right. And pass the turn here. Make a token. Palantir them. Sure. Top. They take their 6 if they want. And then discard. Discard a bunch of islands, and okay, we're gonna get a game. Let's go. My team's down 4-3. 2 of those losses are mine. So if I can win this last game, then we'll have a respectable finish. Otherwise, an 0-3. Well, I don't even know if I can win this last game. I'll have a playable finish. Not even respectable. 1-2 is not that good, but yeah, so that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. All right. Let me get a nice Academy Opal start. Is it time? I guess I just mulligan this. I don't think this hand does anything. I could turn one Mystical for Miscalc or something. All right. I like this hand. What do I put back is the problem. Do I put back Mox Opal? Oh, I could put back Island. I could. And if I don't draw a land, I don't do anything. But I draw a cheap artifact. If I put back Opal, I go turn 1 key, turn 2 Grim. And then if I draw a blue, all right, let's do it. Let's not get duressed either. Okay. And if I draw Academy, let's go. Okay, well, didn't get punished, which is nice. Let's just play these. Next turn, I have not enough mana to do all these things, but I can, let's go Grim. And I think I passed the turn here. I feel like I'm going to get Bowmastered here, which I'm pretty sad about, but like I could outcome here and then Bowmaster gets large. Maybe that's fine though. I think that actually might be okay. Bowmaster is going to mess me up anyway. They can play it here. Yeah, I know they have it. They're never not having it, but I need to find an answer to it anyway. It nukes my whole game plan regardless. So okay, Grim. See, because now I go key, untap, tap this Opal. Tap this Mightstone and Weakstone and kill the Bowmasters. All right. And then next turn, I can still Twister Narset here. I get to, because next turn I have 1, 2, 3. Mightstone untaps the Grim 6, land 7. So I can't quite play Karn. I hope I don't get disrupted this turn. It's a 4th Earling, so Vindicate that. Yeah, that's a lot of mana down. Okay. All right, Academy? No, Island. I think I just go Karn here. Make a 4/4 pass the turn. If the Karn, they have another kill spell for the construct, which pretty good chance they do. They have all spells in hand. They missed land number 3. Then they drew the land for Vindicate, which is unfortunate because I was going to have a really nice turn. Though next turn I can actually do it all if things work out. Reckless Stormseeker. Okay. Pump the Stormseeker to both attack Karn. All right, well, if Karn's dying anyway, let's kill your Stormseeker. Because I actually get to filter a mana here. I could just draw Academy, make it easy. But I can go untap the Grim Monolith using the Mightstone and Weakstone. Narset. Twister. And then... I don't think I need to minus the Narset here. Yeah, I should though. Yeah, let's pick up PO. And then could have hit I guess I don't even have any more zeros, but I could have, I just think if they kill the construct, I'm losing Narset at 1, Narset at 0 doesn't really make a difference to me. So getting a card out of it seems worth it. Oh, I wouldn't sack that into a Narset. Doesn't sound like a very good play. We're going to get one? I think we are. I think we are. It's a shame it's only one, but, you know, given the circumstances, 1-2 is the best record you can have when you start the round 0-2. Sure, I'll chump, I guess. Oh, Manifold Key, that's a nice pickup. Mystical Tutor is fine. I can get Upheaval, I guess. Let's go Manifold Key. Untap Grim Monolith. Sensei's top. I could play Coveted Jewel. And then I could PO a bunch. But then I wouldn't have any mana floating. So I think I'm just going to go... Tap top to draw, in response PO those. Finding Academy is obviously what I would really like to have happen. Okay, no, but they had enough. Okay, we got one. Such a shame that it was only one, but I got one. I got Ancestral with no cards after getting Brain Freeze another game, and then turn 2 Flash. So yeah, those things will happen. This is a pretty nice Academy deck. It was really important to have Upheaval and Time Twister as like kind of big moves with the Narset or Hold Breacher. I Narset it a lot. I'd never Hold Breacher Twistered, funnily enough. PO was good. It's bought itself another month. Once per month, that's all I ask. And this was almost 1.5 because Sandy hadn't hated it that other draft. It would have been great. But also, you know, imagine this deck if I got to cut like, I don't know, Karn Palantir or whatever my 2 weakest cards are for just 2 cheap artifacts. The deck would have been a lot better. I think that some of the games it lost were just slow draws, but I got to do the Academy thing. It was fun. Would have been nice to pick up one more, but at least we lost in crazy fashion. So that'll do it for this one. I think that my team, you know, we're 4-4. Let's see if they can take it home. I'll be back tomorrow with another draft. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel and you won't miss a single draft.